it does appear like the market is going to be continuing to rise, as we're seeing a lot of cases make some pretty nice gains at the moment, and especially with the recent update which just came to the game, which seems to just be Valve trolling with us. I mean, in the patch notes they literally say that the ruins are slightly less ruined, which just seems like a complete joke. And as well as this, over on Ember, they added a carrot in a very interesting location. We were in an extreme update drought, and then when we finally received one, it's this, and it seems like a complete joke. This is where we're going to be taking a look at some cases, as a lot of them have been making some pretty good consistent gains throughout the past few weeks. I mean, even some active duty drop cases like the Dreams and Nightmares case, this one surprisingly has been rising in price. You notice at the end of December last month, it was sort of selling for roughly 50 cents, and since then has just been rising day by day, eventually hit over 60 cents, to where nowadays it is getting sold at over 70 cents USD. A pretty insane and rare increase for an active duty drop case like this, especially at this price point. When this case released last year, it has just been going down in price. It was stagnant at around $1 USD for quite a while. It bottomed out at around 40 cents USD, and since then has been going up in price. It's going to be interesting to see if that is actually going to be the bottom for this case, as this case does have a really high demand, and there's not many other cases which have very similar golds as well in it. The only other case is the Operation Riptide, which is one that has a discontinued supply. Talking about drop cases, this is the Fracture, the one which is expected to go rare next. And while with many people awaiting this next huge update, and the possibility that it could be bringing a new case, it has actually caused the Fracture case to go ahead and reach right under its previous all-time high. You see, near the end of December, it was selling for roughly 16 cents USD, until more recently it has actually been sitting around 20 cents USD. Last week it even spiked all the way upwards to 21 cents, which if you are curious is this case's all-time high if you obviously don't count when it was first released. Back in September, back in the Fracture case hype, it did spike all the way up to 21 cents, eventually sold all the way back down to 13 cents USD, and since then has slowly just been going back up in price to it has now been getting sold at 20 cents, right back at its all-time high. There's a bunch of other cases which are rising though. A lot of them are making pretty consistent gains, just going up in price every single day. For instance, like the Spectrum case, this one you'll see was selling for roughly $1 USD at the start of January and the end of December, and since then has just been slowly rising in price, eventually hit over $1.10, kept going to where now it's sitting at over $1.23. Just overall making consistent gains on the market. Same thing for the Spectrum 2 case. This case has gone from a low of selling at around 65 cents USD, kept rising up, hit over 70 cents, to where more recently it's just selling shy of 80 cents USD, which if you're wondering about, this case is also sitting right under its all-time high of 82-83 cents on the market, which if this keeps up for the next few weeks, which it most likely will, seeing as we just received the update and it's exactly what we didn't want, we're gonna probably see a lot of cases reach new all-time highs. I mean, for instance, we have the Revolver case right here. This is where at the end of December, it was selling for roughly 46-45 cents USD, started rising, hit over 50, to where more recently it has been getting sold at roughly around 55 cents, making a 10-cent increase on the market for this case, which is actually now way past its all-time high. Next up though, we have the Chroma case. This one has made a pretty insane increase lately, going from roughly around $1.20 to where it just kept rising, eventually hit $1.30, and now more recently has been getting sold just shy of $1.50, which is actually once again this case's all-time high. Cases prove time and time again that they are one of the most secure investments in the entire game, and it's not even like it's a select few amount of cases either, it's actually a lot of them. For instance, the Chroma 3 case as well. This one has been spiking, hitting new highs every single day. It went from selling at 68 cents near the end of December to where a month later has now been getting sold at 87 cents, spiking up nearly 20 cents USD in the process of a month, which, yes you guessed it, is once again a new all-time high for this case. It's going to be interesting to see how long will this hype on the market really be lasting for. We're going to slowly start to see some people sell some of their cases as they are hitting these new highs, but with the current state of the market, that doesn't even seem like that will slow anything down. I mean, here we have the Operation Phoenix weapon case, another one making some insane gains lately, essentially hitting a new all-time high every single day. I mean, it ended December at around $1.50 and has just been rising since. It eventually hit $1.60, kept going, hit $1.70, to where nowadays it is getting sold at over $1.87 on the market, which when you take a look at its all-time chart is way past its all-time high. It's just pretty interesting to think about that the update last night could have completely changed everything. If it was a new operation, new case, we would see a lot of these items sort of get sold off, but now it's literally going to be the exact opposite. and these cases are already at their all-time highs, so it's only going to be getting worse. Saying this though, it is worth mentioning that although there is a lot of cases which are going up in price, there is one which has been slowing down. For instance, the glove case. This one, for instance, did start spiking up in price. It eventually did hit its all-time high roughly on January 30th and hit $3.63, but since then has actually been coming down in price to where it has now been getting sold at around $3.20. So it's going to be interesting to see, will we see other cases follow along with this similar trend, where maybe they are about to be hitting their all-time highs, but then are just going to be coming down within the next few days. Saying this though, a case which is known to be extremely consistent for investors is the Operation Breakout weapon case. You'll see since January 5th, it has literally just been going up in price every single day, but it is surprisingly actually not at its all-time high, even though it has been getting sold at $4.45. The hype which it had back in September actually caused it to sell at over $4.70 USD, and it might actually be hitting that within the next few days if it continues at this rate. So as a lot of stakers sort of have the spotlight and are getting mass bought and are doubling, tripling in price over the last few weeks, a lot of these cases have been making some pretty consistent gains and are sitting right around their all-time high, or if not actually past it. And although we just got a new update to the game, it looks like this will continue to keep happening. When we find out any more news, I will keep you up to date, so hope you are staying hydrated. Until next time, it's on water, and I'm out. Peace.